Welcome to episode number 3 in my Halloween series. Today we're going to be making placemats. So if the cameraman could pan over the placemats I made last year for Halloween, and then I'll explain to you how easy it is to make these. And they're really suitable for any season and a lot of fun. These are good for all ages. Children would enjoy them, teenagers, adults, anybody. And again, they're great for any kind of season. And if the cameraman would pan over to the last one. And then let me again show my website, colorfulcreations.net. You've got my name, phone number, internet address if you got any questions, comments, or orders. Either way, give me a call. I'll be glad to help. Alright, so let's get on with what we're doing today. And first of all, let me tell you that I get my supplies at Home Depot, Lowe's, Michael's, and AC Moore. And Martha Stewart, I'm going to meet you. So, the supplies that we need are basically acrylic paints, if the cameraman will zoom in. Again, I like to use Apple Barrel or Folk Art acrylic paint. You can get these at Lowe's or, AC Moore or Michael's. They're really inexpensive and they're good paints. They cover well. What you'll also need is Kills 2 latex primer. I prefer to get white. I generally find it covers better. So you need this for your first coat. And then you'll also need Polycrylic by Minwax. It's a water-based protective finish. It cleans up really easily with just soap and water, but you're going to use this as your final step. So let me tell you how we do this. First, we're going to start off with just a plain cloth placemat. I particularly like these that I get at Christmas Tree Shop. They're like $1.29 each. You could use either side. You could actually do artwork on this side, flip it over, and have it on that side too. But I like these. It takes the paint really well, and it's a relatively flat and smooth surface. So the first thing you want to do is you want to use your Kills latex. And what I'll do is, since this already has a perforated edge, I use that as my border. You can get these placemats in green, yellow, blue, tan, or white, and even red. So pick your color background that you want to use. I use white for this purpose. So we'll use a latex primer, and I usually just paint within the border of the perforated edges. I'll cover it completely. On the white one, it shouldn't take but one coat, but you might want to touch it up with just a light second coat. Let that dry. Again, the Kills dries really quickly. If you want to speed it up, use a blow dryer. Then, the second thing I'll do is I'll just show you one that I've already finished. You just simply start designing what you want to do, and I'll get a pencil and sketch out whatever kind of Halloween design I want to use here. Use your imagination, that's what it's all about. Then I'll use my paints. I just have orange and yellow here, but use any color. I've used green, black, purple, yellow, typical kind of Halloween colors. So you just simply start painting in the colors like you're doing in a coloring book. Let that dry, and I usually find one coat of the acrylic covers really well on the primed base that you've got. Let that dry. Again, you can use a blow dryer to speed up the drying. Your last step, and it's an important one, is use your Minwax Polycrylic water-based protective finish. And what you'll do is you can either do the whole placemat, but especially cover the entire area that you've just painted. And what this does is it makes a waterproof shield over it, so if you spill a drink or you get condensation off a drink, it won't affect the paint. It keeps the paint on the placemat. It won't come up at all. You can even put hot plates on this, and it protects it just fine. If you were to spill something on it, you just get a wet paper towel or a sponge, clean it up, and it's just like it's vinyl. And that's the really great thing about it. You can have your artwork completely protected and use it at will. It's a really great product. You can also use it, and I didn't bring it out here, if you want to accentuate your designs, use fabric paint. It adds a little bit of the dimension to it. I didn't happen to do it on these, but you certainly could add that, and it'll add a nice little texture. And then paint it do the fabric paint if you want, and then your last coat will be with the polyacrylic. Cover that, let it dry, and you're good to go. So that ends episode 3 on how to make Halloween placemats. Like I said, you can do any season of the year, any theme, and enjoy this. If you got any questions, let me know. So thank you again to Lowe's, Home Depot, AC Moore, Michaels, and Martha Stewart. I'm going to meet you. War Eagle and Happy Halloween.